Hello, hello, my nasties. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a cozy, frumpy coloring chat today. Why does she say cozy and frumpy? Because your girl is wearing a hoodie today. Can we? Well, you can't see it, but look at this. She's wearing a hoodie. I mentioned I think it was either a color and chat or a vlog recently that a friend of mine let me borrow / forced a hoodie upon me because I was freezing cold one night and the whole world thought it was just blasphemous that I did not own a hoodie and I would rather freeze to death than wear one. Well, then I discovered that they're actually very practical and comfortable and easy to just throw on when I go out for a walk or when I'm lounging around the apartment. So I found one with an 80s rock band logo, Def Leppard. I mean, we all love the Def Leppard, right? Random facts, Pour Some Sugar on Me is probably one of my least favorite Def Leppard songs. I know, that's the one everybody knows, but if we must know for any Def Leppard fans out there, my favorite Def Leppard song is Rocket. So anyway, enough with that. We are frumpy, we are cozy, we have the teacup today with black coffee warm. It is 69-ish degrees in my apartment, so for me, that is cold. We're cozy, we're frumpy, now let's color. Thank you to my Patreon patrons who voted on this Color and Chat episode. They selected Stardust Spaceless, and I have to say, I was actually surprised to see how many pages I have colored in this book. We don't see this book often on my channel. This is an older book. When was this one published? I think this one was published back in 2018 or 2019, something like that. So it's not old, but it's definitely old in coloring book years for me. And I've done a lot of work in it. This was one of the last books in which I used my super wonky, thin, scraggly, sketchy line work style. And yeah, I mean, here, we're going to have a quick little walkthrough of the completed pages. Oh, this is one of my favorite pages ever that I've colored. And I enjoy this book a lot. And oh, I love this one as well. Just I think most of my favorite pages would be found in this book. This was done in crayons and watercolor. And yeah, I mean, I've done quite a bit. This is the one that we are going to be coloring in today. But just for the sake of a quick little show and tell session. I know I have a couple other pages in here that I quite like. This one, oh, another one of my favorites. I love the original illustration as well, but I love the original illustration so much that I turned it into a coloring page, and this is one of my favorite coloring pages ever. And see, I've just done some cute, fun work in this book. So today we're going to go with this page, and I noticed that because this book is a spacey book, I tend to do more darker colors. Not always. I showed you some pages that were a bit lighter, but oh God, this page, every time I see this page, I'm reminded of how much I love it. I love this one. And also, this one. They're just so good. They're just so good. I like this one too. But anyway, so here we have the pastel treatment. Here we have the more, it's not pastel, the more jewel tone treatment, kind of, sort of. And today we are going to play with grays in the background. I have this idea in my brain. I don't know if upon execution it is going to be executed well, but we are going to attempt it. I have in my brain the idea, or an idea, of using grays with colored accents. We'll see. We'll see when we get there if it's going to work. But we're going to start with the figure today, which I don't often do. And specifically, I want to start with the hair because I want to do a bit of a, well, no, maybe that's not necessary. You know what? I think going with the background first will be just fine. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to do the background in shades of gray. Should I do that? I'm telling you, I have a specific idea of something that I want to try, and I don't think it's going to work. But she's talking too much. She's talking too much. So let's just dive in, I guess, at this point. So gray. Ooh, that's actually darker of a gray than I would like. Let's see here. This may be the lightest gray that I currently have at my disposal, so we have no choice. And I am talking way too damn much, and we still haven't started coloring, so we need to just get on with it. Okay, that's a slightly, but that's a cooler gray, that's a warmer gray, and I do like the cooler gray, I think, in this instance. Gosh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We can try mixing both grays. Should we play that game and see what happens? Mix the warmer into the cooler gray just for a little bit of depth and dimension. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? My entire experiment today may not end up working out anyway, so, I mean, we might as well just play and have a good time, right? I haven't seen this book in a while. I wasn't going to reach for it, honestly. That's why I like to ask my Patreon patrons to weigh in on what book they would like to see. One of these days I'll ask my YouTube subscribers if there's a book you've been itching to see that I haven't colored in. I'll put a poll up. But thanks, patrons, because I would not have thought to grab this book this time. I was honestly going to be easy and grab Tropagoth because I love that frickin' book. And nope, my patrons overwhelmingly wanted to see Stardust Space Lust make a reappearance. So, yay. Speaking of coloring books, as of this moment that I'm sitting down to film, my new book has not been released, but it will be released in a couple of days. So by the time this video is up, that was poor planning on my part. I should have had this color and chat up prior to the release of my new coloring book. But so this may be a little weird. I may be releasing this color and chat while my new book has been freshly released. That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, my new book is set to be released in a couple of days. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see the kind of work that you all are going to do in it. For those of you who enjoy the book, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Some people enjoy my spooky titles. Other people enjoy my non-spooky titles. Some people enjoy everything. I'm just your creative court jester. You bop into my show whenever you want, right? You pick what you like. You enjoy what you like. Different strokes for different folks. But for those who do enjoy the new book, yay. I'm glad that you do. By the way, can you see my teacup? I'm going to try not to spill coffee, but oh, how sweet is she? I've had it for several years. It's made appearances on my channel, but I rarely drink out of it because it's never hot enough for me to drink hot beverages in the desert. Only for, 2 months out of the year can I use my stuff. All right. Here's where things are going to either look amazing or fall apart. So I have this idea of doing, we are going to do, let's see here, I would like a darker pink as well. The idea is to bleed colors into gray. Does that make any sense? Probably not, but you'll see what I mean. We're not going to go with a full-on watercolor sort of technique today. I mean, I may incorporate that a little bit into the page, but what I'm thinking is kind of making a blurred, this is probably not a good way to describe this, but almost a blurred lens effect. How can I describe it? Okay, so say for instance you have two pieces of cellophane. You have different colors. Bentley, shh. He's literally barking at nothing. Like, dogs. There's a leaf blowing against the window. That could be it. You know how they are. The palm fronds are doing that outside. I'm going to attempt to paint this in the simplest way I possibly can, because, you know, my convoluted brain. So let's say you have a piece of like cellophane or transparency paper, right? Just clear acetate plastic film. So you have a clear piece of, I don't know, pick a color, but pink acetate, okay? And then you have a piece of blue acetate, okay? And then you layer them on top of each other, and then they create a purple layer, right? So you've got the pink, you've got the blue, and they're layered on top. So I'm wanting this, it's a color overlay effect, okay? So I'm wanting to bleed the color out. Do you see how I did that here? How I bled the pink into the gray? This is a bit of an abstract idea. It's a bit out there. It's probably a bit too complex for a coloring book, but I mean, what the hell? We're trying to get experimental here, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm wanting to overlay the colors like that. So it kind of a transparency. So transparent layers layering on top of each other into the background. I'm wanting to bleed the color into the background. And again, maybe a bit ambitious, maybe a bit too complicated. And we're just practicing here. This may not work this time. I may have to continue practicing this technique because I have the vision in mind for what I want it to look like. And it's going to take some experimenting to get it to work. But I hope that makes sense. So I'm not trying to blend colors that are supposed to be blendable. I'm layering discordant colors on top of each other. You know, pink on top of gray to get this kind of lilac color. See? Did that just go over everyone's head, or are you kind of understanding what I'm putting down here? I think you are, maybe some of you, and if not, I'll try better next time. But I'm wanting to create a kind of spacey, color blendy, bleedy, melty sort of a look. Okay, if what I had said previously didn't confuse you, that probably did. How fun is she, though, right? Funky alien pink hair. She's going to get funky makeup as well, of course, because of course, y'all, of course. I always love avant-garde makeup, and I do occasionally give my girls avant-garde makeup. I've done it a couple of times in Rococo A Go-Go. Definitely have done it in here with that page that I showed you earlier. And this was years ago that I was always experimenting with funky makeup, and now voila, we've come up with a book that is all about experimenting with wonky makeup, right? And that is my latest book, Cosmetica. We won't talk too much about that book in this video because there is a flip through. The book is already available, so you know the deal. Just follow me on social media and do all of that good stuff if you're interested in learning more about that book. And of course, it will be making appearances soon on my channel for coloring chats and such. So here we go, doing more of the color blending with not necessarily discordant colors this time, but I suppose pink and coral, they are related-ish, but see that? We've got a cool effect. Now, I have to say that the background is not doing a whole lot for me right now. I feel as though I need to layer colors. If it works, it's gonna look cool, okay? But what I'm gonna do is, should we go ahead and do her hair the same colors, or should we introduce something a little bit different? Should we do a more reddish, pinkish on this side? Let's see. That would require that I grab red. No, let's go with a. Let's grab this fuchsia. It's not quite what I had in mind, but it's okay. We can try to blend that with purple and see what happens. We're just, this is, I mean, the epitome of how I would encourage you guys to, not always, because we're not all the same, right? But every once in a while, just sit down and just do shit. You know, don't over plan. Just kind of say, you know what, I'm gonna try this and I'm gonna try that, and whatever works, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. If I try something and it leads me in another direction, cool. We'll just keep going. But the background, I'm getting some little inklings of an idea that I want to try. And again, it may work, it may fail, and that's okay. But this treatment that I'm giving her hair is kind of going to inform what I'm wanting to try in the background. And you'll see in a minute what that's going to be. Oh my gosh, the trash cans. I've been becoming, in recent months, much more aware of just how noisy my neighborhood is. It's ridiculous. It's like I live in the desert currently, but I forgot that it's still a city. I can easily escape by, you know, walking down the street, up the street, or getting in my car and driving, you know, a mile down the road. But, oh, gosh. My ultimate dream, I've told you guys this, my ultimate dream, as you know, here goes Karla with her hermity fantasies. Yeah, but truly, I would love to live in a desert that is a true desert. Silence, beautiful sweeping vistas, the high desert. I would love to live in the high desert, or in the Arizona desert, eastern Tucson. So, I don't know. In order for me to afford to do that, we're going to have to make some changes here, right, in the upcoming few years. Because Palm Springs is getting popular, it's getting crowded, and your girl can't have that. I don't want my work to suffer because I'm starting to feel stifled, right? You guys want me around, right? To color more and create more, right? Well, in order for me to do that, I have to be in a situation in which I'm comfortably isolated. And this is feeling like it's not it anymore. We shall see. We shall see. She is just so pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cutie, cute, cute. Pink is such a cop-out for me. I love pink. So purple, I'm telling you, purple is the color of my soul, but bright, punchy magentas, those are my power colors for sure. Purple, plum. I think plum would be more accurate as to what my favorite color is, right? But it's just so weird saying, oh, plum is my favorite color, because then people would say, well, wouldn't that just be purple? Well, yeah. But specifically, plum is a warmer purple, right? I'm definitely a warm purple girl, not a cool purple girl. Eggplant purple, plum purple, right? That sort of thing. Love. Okay, so let's start tinkering with the background. And what I was saying about doing a color bleedy effect, we're gonna need some ultra pastels here, at least as pastel as I can get. So come on, pastel, oh hoo set, don't fail me now. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out a few blues here, and that is probably too pale, too close to the gray that we have. That might work. That might be a bit dark, but it could work. Okay, so let's play with these three. That's a bit too complicated, but I mean, let's just. Okay, but we're gonna have to get that gray ready as well to blend. Ooh, she's darker than I wanted. Uh-oh. There, I think that blue. This blue's gonna be the one that we want. And that's actually probably a bit dark, even for what I'm trying to. Okay, this one. This one might be the one. And then I need, we need a purple too. Let's see. Okay, so the thing is I want it to dry so that I can see the mess that I just made. We're going for not so much a galaxy type effect, but ish. Okay, galaxy-ish. And this may be, you may be looking at this and going, oh my gosh, these are advanced techniques. I'm too timid to try that. Just try it. Try it and fail. It's better for you to try something and fail than to dream about the day that you will be skilled enough to attempt something. Just do it. Just freaking do it. Who cares? And of course, this marker is dying, which surprises no one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the blues closer to the edges. Oh. I really need you to dry, baby. Dry so I can see. The paper that these books are printed on is very porous, and so it can hold a lot of moisture. This is why I tell people, people will say, you can't blend on that paper. It's not watercolor paper. No, the thing is that it soaks up. It's a sponge. It soaks up a lot. So it takes a while to dry. So blending, you got to be quick though. And when you layer a lot of color on it, it takes a good while to dry, so you don't really see the finished results for a few minutes. And that's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see the mess that I'm making here and see if it's working out. Okay, so let's grab some of this pink and bleed it out. All right, so I'm going to work on the rest of the background in this fashion, and I will check in with you guys when that's all done. And hopefully my next check-in, the background will be dry and I will be able to tell you whether or not my little experiment, while not exactly what I had in mind from the get-go, we'll see if this new direction that it took ended up being successful or not. Okay, so I will see you in a bit. Okay, so I have done a little bit of work, as you can see. I'm going to be working on this page for about another half an hour because I'm starving. We can't have a hangry Karla because I do definitely get hangry. Yes, I do. Ask anybody who knows me, they'll tell you monster. So I am going to work for just a little while longer, which is fine because my phone is going to die anyway. It needs to get charged. But as you can see, I have done some work on this little lady, just some line work in the background and such. And the effect that I was going for, honestly, was more of this section here. But I know what I did here, and I will try to apply that in the future, this kind of glowing sort of effect. But I don't hate what ended up happening here. So the background kind of, I mean, it came together, not in the way that I was expecting, but happy accident. I don't hate it. It's kind of a watercolory look, which I said at the beginning I wasn't going to attempt to do, but it's kind of I suppose it is watercolory transparency. So it kind of worked, kind of didn't, but I don't hate it. But that being said, what I'm going to do is we're going to take that into the figure's body. I don't know if she's an alien. I don't know if she's an alien human hybrid. I don't know. She's wonky. She's beautiful. Well, we're just going to call her an alien. And I want to bring this technique, this watercolory bleedy effect, into the makeup. I want to give her a kind of airbrushed watercolory makeup look. So that's what we're going to do. And for her skin, I probably should have thought about this before I sat down to talk. I don't know what color I want to do her skin. So let's just start playing with the makeup, shall we? And I have an idea to do pinky coral makeup accented with gold. So pinky coral, and I think we could definitely do with a bit of an orange color perhaps. Let's see here. I guess we're gonna play with, that's a weird mix. It's like a peach and a bright pink and then a neon orange. So let's just do it. Start by laying down the peach, and then we'll go in with the pinky color, and then we need a light pink as well. Oh, lighter than that. Well, here's a peachy color. Oh my gosh, we're not okay right now. Okay, here. This one's called Pale Pink Cherry. No, I need a pale pink. Damn it. Do I just not have one anymore? Because I have killed quite a few markers from this set. You guys know I love this set. It's the Ohuhu Pastel. It's the first Ohuhu Pastel set that they released. I know they have a new one, which I do want to get at some point. Okay, now let's try to do... Oh, that's nice. Okay, I like the bright pink with the orange mix. So you know what? She's going to be an orangey alien. Because why not? Orangey alien makeup. Oh, that's cute. I do like it. We are going to add more colors into her makeup. We want a little bit more of a rainbowy look. So here's what's going to happen. Let's do, maybe not. Maybe we should stick with the pinks and the oranges, and then maybe we'll do her accent jewelry in green and blue, maybe? This totally went in a different direction, and I don't hate it. That's okay. It looks cool. Nice. Okay, and let's darken it up just a hair. Yeah, I like this. It's messy in a fun, colorful way, which, welcome to my life. Okay. And we'll go ahead and we'll start bringing that color down into the neck. And then maybe here's where we can start transitioning into maybe some yellows and greens. I don't know, guys. We're just, okay? And I'm just gonna keep grabbing colors and seeing what happens, for better or worse. A rainbow alien gorgeousness. I like it though. Is anyone entertained? Are you feeling inspired by trying this? This is nothing new or innovative, truthfully. I mean, I'm simply blending colors, but for me, I've never blended like a rainbow watercolor on my pages, and I like her. It's giving very 1980s color palette, borderline Lisa Frank vibes, which I don't mind at all. And I'm going to open up the floor to the glaze pen. Of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her some gloves perhaps, and then I'm going to cover her boobages with a corset maybe, or some kind of bra top like that. And then here we're just going to freestyle. Yeah, let's do something like that. Okay. And then, so that means this needs a little bit more green here. Fun. Okay, and so her hands are going to have to be the same. So orange bleeding into yellow, which bleeds into the limey greenish color. But also, well, no, maybe not. Let's see. No, that totally works, right? Okay, looks good. So now I want to start playing with adding some neon. Maybe not. Thank you for being here while I talk through my madness. So what I'm going to do is grab that glaze, because what I find when I'm at the verge of getting ahead of myself and doing too much, I mean, I'm always doing the most, right? But when I'm on the verge of going overboard with my work, the colors and such, I will grab something to ground me. I will grab that unifier, as I like to call it. And in this instance, it will be the glaze pen. Get my stuff out of the way here. Okay, Glazy baby, where are you? Where the hell are you? Okay, well, I'll grab another one. You are not around when I need you. I will grab someone who is. All right, let's go through my stash. But seriously, where is, oh wait, here's one. There's one. It's about to die though, so let's grab one of the backups here. Get this one ready, just in case. I'm so happy. Are you guys proud of me for having a backup? Okay, so here's what I want. She is going to have glossy black shadow, she's also going to have should we do glossy black nails? I don't know yet. Let's see. Speaking of nails, I need to redo my manicure. I don't know what color I want to do yet for my manicure this week. I like the colors that I have currently. You can't go wrong with black, pink, and gold, right? Black, pink, and silver is cute too. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, that, and then her little outfit here. So let's go glaze, glaze, or glaze, glaze, glaze. We'll do... yeah, so we're gonna go like this. And then I'm going to fill in her bustier, whatever that is. And then what I'm going to do next is, I haven't decided if I want to go with pink or yellow or both, but I'm wanting to outline her hair. I want to add some Jelly Roll Moonlight. So let's see what that would look like theoretically. Well, no, not theoretically, because we're putting it into practice. So let's see. But again, I just don't know if I want to do pink, yellow, both. But that's what we're doing. And I will be doing that throughout. So it's going to take me a little while, and I'm not going to do all of that on camera. So when next you see me, or rather see her, her hair will be completely highlighted. Okay, so I will see you in a bit, because I'm gonna work on this, then I'm gonna eat, and then we will reconvene. What do we think? Is she cute? She looking cute? I think so. Let's see. We are going to add some highlights today, and well, I'm wanting to finish up the page altogether, but let's go ahead and continue on with some highlights, because you know your girl loves the sparkle. What type of highlights am I going to do today? Are we gonna do the standard Karla sparkle? Probably. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just do the regular Karla sparkle. We'll start with the dots, and then we'll add the little twinkly bits a little later. My coffee pot is indeed gurgling, so if you hear it, you aren't crazy. I'm not hiding goblins in my apartment. You already know the resident gremlin, Bentley, but he is behaving right now because it's early. It's early, huh? And I'm not awake yet, huh? Tell him. See, it's too early. I'm not awake. He's so funny. He's dying to get me out of bed in the morning to take him out for his poopies and peepees. But then as soon as we get back in, automatic switch. It's like, oh, I'm sleepy again. I forget everything exists. And then he'll walk slowly back to bed. Huh? Why are you whining? You want to say hi? Would you like to say hi to everyone? Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, you're just too tired. You're too tired. He's whining, but he's too tired. Oh, say hi. Say hello, everybody. Oh, you're so tired. Okay, go back to sleep. His bed is right over here, so he's just gonna go disappear into Sleepyland. Why are you whining still? Oh, now he has attention, and now he's like, no, I'm not done. You're not done worshipping me yet. Oh, I'm quite finished, sir. I'm quite finished. Alright, so we gotta do another pass of the glaze pen because it's looking a bit transparent in spots. It's not time for you to eat yet. Is that what you want? Probably. When do they not want food? You're half asleep. Go back to sleep. I'm not feeding you yet. Wait a little while. I kind of want let's see the gel pen. Oops. I want to do highlights on her, but I think I want to do yellow instead of white. I've been missing watercolors lately, and this page is making me miss them even more. I've had a couple of illustrations sitting on my desk being grotesquely neglected that I've been wanting to watercolor. It's one of those things where certain illustrations I can kick out quickly and others just linger for whatever reason. I have to wait until the right moment to work on them. I don't know why. They're nothing spectacular. You know, my art never truly means anything. I've told you all this before, but for those of you who are new here, my art is essentially my therapy in a way. Any issues that I have, any thoughts, concerns, anything I work out in the process of creating. I've never found it beneficial to talk to people about my most pressing concerns, only because it's never helped, right? No one has ever been able to, people are happy to listen, which I absolutely appreciate, but when it comes to actually solving an issue, providing advice, it's very rare that I can glean anything useful from what other people say. That's not to say that again, it's not always true, but sometimes it's best to just keep your thoughts to yourself. And I know that sounds totally against what the world at large would have you believe. You know, everyone's always trying to push medication and they're trying to push therapy and they're trying to push all of that on people. And while it does help some, I don't believe it helps everyone. In fact, I think it can be detrimental to some people. It just completely depends on your personality type, and it's up to the individual to understand what sort of person they are. Some people can greatly benefit from therapeutic talk sessions. Other people physically require a reprogramming of their chemicals through medication. Others don't, and we have other methods through which we regulate our thoughts and our emotions, and in my case, it's creating. So for me, it's all about the process of creation. I rarely, if ever, hide any hidden meanings in my artwork. Every once in a while, I might toss a little Easter egg in there just for my own amusement, but my art is purely for entertainment. Now, if other people assign meaning to it, that's on them. That's great. I have nothing against that whatsoever. I mean, take from my artwork what you will, but it is for entertainment's sake. And I say all that to say that if I catch myself taking my art too seriously sometimes, like, well, girl, what are you doing? Like, for instance, these illustrations that I mentioned, they've just been sitting around for ages, and I just haven't had the right moment, the right feeling to work on them. And look, they're nothing special, but I've just been wanting and waiting for a moment in which I can sit down and really just create some colorful messes. And I think what's happening is lately I've been experimenting with my painting a little bit. I'm going to reach over and grab my paintings. You can see that I've been experimenting with color blending, and maybe I want to do a little bit of that on those watercolors. I don't know, but today's not a conversation about those watercolors. So I'm going to zip it and we're going to carry on. I believe my coffee pot has stopped gurgling, so I'm going to grab myself a cup of coffee in just a moment. And then I will continue working on this. Yep, it's coffee time. We are going ultra boring today on the coffee. Just black. No flavor, nothing. Just plain black coffee and water. It is early in the morning though, so you gotta give me a little bit of coffee grace. We're not getting fancy right now. And let's see. Let's define her little outfit down here a little bit. Shiny, shiny. You can't go wrong with a little bit of shiny, shiny. Okay, and up here as well. And you know what sparkly pen we're going to play with, right? You already know. You already know. We're going to get the sparkle pop in just a minute. She's definitely getting gold highlights. There's a lot of warmth going on in this page, and I would like to continue that with the golds. But before I move on, let me show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be adding the sparkles, the Karla sparkles, you already know, throughout, just like this. And this is a bit time consuming because these pens are not the greatest at it. I could use my Posca, but I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood to use the gel. These have a slightly thinner nib, so that's why. And I just kind of want to take it easy, and these pens will force me to slow down a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. Just the typical Karla sparkles throughout her hair. And we are going to be adding, I don't know, maybe I'll come back when we start doing the golds, perhaps. But I'm going to be doing her eyeshadow gold and her jewelry gold, and then we might be doing some gold in the background. All right, so that is going to do it for the moment. I will catch up with you when her hair is all done. All right, our spacey little alien creature is complete, and I have to say, she was a fail. This did not go at all the way that I was anticipating, and that's fine. It happens. Did I have fun? Of course I had fun. And of course, that is what matters. It's just, and I don't like this page. Don't like it. Not one of my favorites, but lessons were learned. Fun was had. And again, that's all that matters. So that is going to do it for this video. My desk is in absolute ruin right now. I have markers all over the place, but I guess we'll handle those in a second. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make this mess, because a mess she is indeed. But again, an enjoyable mess. Nothing to complain about here. Everything you need to know will be down below. Links to my social media, links to the books, or to the book. It is available as a bound version like this, as well as a printable version in my Etsy shop. That is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Once again, be bad, be good. I don't give a damn which. Just make sure you come back in one piece, and I will see you in the next one.